Hey, Nick here. Hope all's well. We are on day 53 of our journey to start a software company in 100 days. And so, wanted to give you an update on where things stand with the Playbook project today. For those that don't know, Playbook is a tool to manage standard process pipelines, checklists, workflows, SOPs, and doing it in a mobile friendly fashion. And so, we are building out the Playbook MVP. And so today, our developer was able to uh, refactor a little bit on how we're handling tasks and how we're handling um, basically setting up each task. And we have a variety of optional components that we can add to a task, but some of those components should not be optional and they should be shown on every task. So we are refactoring the UI a little bit to accommodate for that. And then we're building out what I think is our last dynamic component, and that is allowing users to upload images, files to a task. And then we will be moving on to a sizable, probably a week-long project to add dynamic due dates to each task. So you can base the task completion date based on either when the product was initiated, when the process was initiated, or when certain tasks in the process were completed. And so we got a lot of, we're just checking things off the to-do list on the MVP development. I've chosen a bootstrap theme that we are going to use to build most of the product. We're going to do a little bit of customization to this theme, but it's from the bootstrap team. Not going to include everything here, but I do like the simplicity. We're going to replace this image with something else. There's so many of these images out there that don't really add any value and don't really tell you about the product. So we'll be adding an image that's more appropriate to the product that'll actually show some detail or just basically add value to the product, not just be a pretty to look at image. Kind of a pet peeve of mine today on some websites. They have a really nice pricing page here. We'll show you that. Their table, I think the pricing page really lines up with how we are going to structure our pricing, so it works good for us. So we're going to use that Bootstrap theme on top of a Rails content management system to power some of the more dynamic pages, the blog, things like that. So we're going to get started working on that probably next week. And then I've been spending some time doing keyword research on content that we can add, things that I would like to see as a business owner. And a lot of it is on, there's going to be specific tools or specific keywords such as SOPs, building workflows, SOP templates. But then there's going to be some other things on managing a team, looking at different process related remote, how do we manage remote teams? So we'll be targeting both really hyper specific, like here's 32 free SOP templates, or here's best practices for managing a remote team. So those are, I would say, on opposite ends of the spectrum as far as product specific or trying to just capture or add value to a bigger, wider niche. And so with that, we have the kind of the rough outline of our sales site is what we're working on the next couple days. I'm going to start building that next week, just doing some keyword research, bringing on a developer the first week of September to build our Zapier integration, and then just checking off a bunch of to-dos on our development to-do list based on the feedback that I've been accumulating on the first live version of the product, which I showed you a few days ago. So with that, that's up. That's really it for a status update. Appreciate you following along on this journey. If you have any questions or comments along the way regarding programming languages, working with contractors, content marketing, our other business, Harvest Profit, the course we sold, just feel free to comment below, and would love to start a conversation with you. Have a wonderful day.